Hey, what's going on, guys? Ultimate here, and today I'm going to be doing my tips and tricks for Destiny 2, and I'm going to be starting it off with the settings menu for Destiny 2. So, I'm going to start it off all the way on the left here with the brightness. We're going to go through most everything except for helmet, because, that's a personal preference. But, for the screen brightness, I can see the logo on 1. I can very much so see it on 2, and 2 is where I should have it. But I like to turn it up to like 5 so that it's very easy to see things in darkness. There's not that much darkness in this game, and it's not going to help a bunch with Crucible or anything like that, but it does help. Your screen bounds, if you don't know about them, they should actually be around the edge of your screen there. On mine are. It changes where your super and everything are on your screen. They're inner or further away. They're not a huge deal, but I like to have mine just on the inside a little bit of my screen, just in case I plug it into a different monitor and it gets all messed up from the aspect ratio. Going on to audio, the only main thing in audio is music. It might be nice, but if you're playing Crucible, muting the music is actually better because you can hear people shoulder charging and boost jumping, and you can hear grenades going off better. And I find that when I have music on, default, not muted, it just messes with me during Crucible. But during all-around play, it does not really matter that much. I leave it off all the time and just play my own music. But getting over to the controls, the real big part of this, your look and move controls, if you like other things, go for it. Just be my guest and go for it, because if you like playing lefty, southpaw, whatever you want to call it, where your things are changed, then that's how you like it. But with button layout, if you're stuck on default, you might want to change it up a little bit. Look at the settings, see what they do, but I'd go with bumper jumper, just jumper here, or puppeteer, which is what I go with. A lot of my friends play with jumper, and the main thing about it is X is your super ability because L1's your jump. Now R3 becomes your melee, and that's a nice thing, but crouch, I find crouching or using your circle ability as a warlock in midair dodging, or as a shade step hunter, any of the, or marksman dodge, whatever you want to call it, any of the classes, it's nice to have R3 as crouch. Now, I loaded in here so I could actually show you crouching as R3, running, crouching, and turning while shade stepping, so that I can aim while shade stepping. Now, in Crucible, it's really nice because you can shoot someone and crouch. If I fall off there, you can shoot at someone and crouch, and if they're aiming at your head, you can dodge their bullets. I'll try and actually clip together a clip or two from Crucible to show you in this video. I didn't know it was the volley. Like, I thought it was gonna be just like a raid rocket or a curtain call, and I was just gonna be able to like take it to the face and die.
Well, see, now the thing is...
Oh my god, the team shot is you, brother. All on that side.
Watch you guys lose this because you guys are doing those challenges.
But back to the settings menu. If it looked like I was spinning around in circles a lot there, I play on 10 sensitivity. I'm pretty sure the game starts on 2 sensitivity. It could be 1. But when you play on 1, you take forever to turn around. It's a really long time. When someone hits you from the side, it takes a while to turn to the side and kill them. But when you play on 10 sensitivity, you can turn to the side pretty quickly. Aiming down sights and turning's faster than 1 sensitivity not. Now, the thing about sensitivity is, if you can't aim on a high sensitivity, there's no point in playing on it because you can't aim on it. If you can't aim, you can't hit anything, and it's not helping you. This isn't a tip. But if you slowly, incrementally bump it up, and you slowly get better, 7 is a good place to stop around. A lot of my friends play on 5, and if you're doing sniping, a lot of people like to snipe on a lower sensitivity than rushing with a shotgun or a submachine gun, where they like to play on a higher sensitivity. The thing about the higher sensitivity is when someone boost jumps up, you can follow them up easier because you can physically move it faster. And I know it might seem self-explanatory to some people, but as a kid, playing Call of Duty, it was one of the most helpful tips I ever got. It's changed my sensitivity, and in Call of Duty, it was change my button layout to tactical, which R3 is crouch instead of circle. Battlefield, that's default controls, is R3 to crouch. So if you come from another game, it might be something that you're used to, and I'm pretty sure I said it before, but you can go into the PlayStation settings or the Xbox settings, I'm pretty sure, and change custom button assignments in the accessibility. Now, again, on the look sensitivity, if you bump it up to 10 and you play around with it for a little while and just screw around, and then you bump it back down to like 6 or 5, you might actually find that you have really good accuracy with 5 because you were just wailing all over the place on 10. When you turn it down to 5, you're actually really crisp. And that's something that can really be nice for getting your sensitivity a bit higher. And like I said, if you're getting shot from the side, you can jump, turn to the side, and if you have to hit X, the faster that you can get your finger back to the analog stick and the faster you can turn back, the better that you can hit somebody on their side, or just turn and shoot and then crouch, because they'll be aiming at your head. People always aim for the headshots in this game. Let's throw a grenade over here and see if I can get into this public event. There we go. Back to the settings though. That's basically everything. Look behavior, leave that the same. Auto centering, you don't want it. If you want to know what it is, when you look down, it'll center your screen. But if you're wondering why it's weirdly, oddly centering, I'm not actually touching it, it's just doing that itself. It's just a weird mechanic, and it seems like it points at the ground, doesn't quite center. I wouldn't advise it, but... And controller vibration, I actually have my vibrations taken out, but I would suggest turning them off because your controller vibrating can actually mess with your aim. If your controller's shaking and your thumb's there while you're getting shot, it can jitter your aim, and jittering your aim just a little bit with pixels can matter. If you're using a Mida or a sniper, it can matter. Now, for the accessibility settings, I have subtitles turned on just because I like to read everything that they say. I wouldn't have known that Callus said anything during the raid if I didn't have it enabled. I'll try to leave spoilers out for anyone that doesn't know about it. But your HUD doesn't matter. Off, you literally can't see anything. Gives you a warning. You don't want to play like that. Colorblind mode, I like to change it because boss monsters have pink names, and that's literally it. I just like how it changes that. And that's basically the settings in Destiny. That's everything there. And what I use and how you can change them to get better. The look controls is a big thing. The button layout is a big thing. And I want to hammer this point home where if you do change it to Puppeteer and you notice that like you're trying to hit circle and you're just sitting here doing nothing. I'm spamming circle right now doing nothing because it's in spec. It's a useless button. You will get used to hitting R3 to crouch, because having R3 as circle is a useless button. You can even change R3 to melee, and your melee button to grenade in the custom PlayStation or Xbox settings, because having R3, such a very usable button, as a useless button to inspect during Crucible is a shame. Because running with the left stick and then crouching with the right stick to slide is very nice. Sliding around corners, shade stepping and turning. I don't have the full shade step, just marksman dodge, but even sliding, turning, and then placing a shield down. Being in midair, aiming, and double tapping your circle, which is now R3, to crouch, or to dodge in midair, the warlock dodge. It's very useful. But that'll be it for this video, and I'll see you guys next time. If you guys enjoyed, leave a like. If you guys didn't enjoy it, tell me why. If I didn't go in depth enough on each setting, or why I feel it should be how they are, please let me know. And yeah, like I said, that'll be it. Bye.